Welcome back to our channel.
Mhm.
I'm Dior,
Hi, I'm Uchenna.
And I'm IJ.
and we're going to talk about the season finale of Ready to Love, season 4 or 5, whichever they want to call it, episode
Right.
12.
Uh-huh.
So we start off where Sydney and Phil are touching base
Mhm.
because of the incident with Shiloh last
Right.
episode. Sydney just I don't think she really cared to do this. She probably just did this for the show.
Yeah, I agree. She did
Thank
not
you.
care.
She did not care.
And I have to do this so I don't look bad.
You're right. So she sat down at lunch or dinner with Phil to kind of talk about the incident with Shiloh. And she really was saying that she wanted confirmation that he didn't do it maliciously with bad intentions.
Because he's going to tell, yes, I did.
Right.
I wanted to hit her.
I mean, the whole story didn't seem like he was doing it with bad
No.
intentions. And I believe Shiloh even said that she didn't think that intentions were
Right.
bad, but just that, I guess, whatever her past experience was, she
Yeah.
didn't like it. So, yeah. So, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that Sydney is feeling him.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
They try to add some drama by making it seem like Frank is in the running, but no.
Yeah.
I know.
Mhm.
So he basically just tells, I don't think did he even explain anything? I think she just kind of.
Yeah, that conversation was so blah. I wasn't really even paying attention. It just didn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think, they just did it for the show.
Right.
But in the end, like, she just decided that she still was into him, and this didn't mean anything.
Right.
She's not gonna change her decisions.
No.
Let's move on. That's basically how it was.
Mhm.
And so this week, the men are supposed to introduce the women to their families. So
Right.
last week it was the opposite. So we start off with Frank and Mumin, and he introduces her to his cousins. Isn't that correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yes. A girl cousin and a boy cousin. I think. Do you think that, like, we kind of get a feel of who Frank is leaning towards at this meeting?
At that time, I didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't, because he had both girls meet his family, and I couldn't tell.
Same set of family members. The same set of family members.
Right, which is good. So they can compare.
Right.
I know I wasn't here last week, but that's what I thought Sydney should have done. I thought it was clear who she was choosing by not introducing Frank to her parents.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree.
Right. So I thought it was good that he had them meet the same. He had both ladies meet the same individuals. What I found was that it seemed like he liked both of them for different reasons.
Oh yeah, completely different reasons, and even the family members did too.
Right. He liked Sydney because of her look and her bubbly personality, which complemented his. I guess I don't see Frank as being a bubbly personality, but whatever.
Right.
And he liked Mumain because she was more grounded, more family oriented, spiritual, which I found him more of. But maybe that physical attraction was pulling him, where common sense was telling him go to Mumain.
Right. Yeah. And they both have the same African background, which also I think he liked. Right.
And then the family members, they didn't really give us a clear-cut choice of who is better for him. They like both girls for different reasons. Right.
They said that Sydney, they liked her personality better, but Mumain was more stable.
And family oriented. But one thing that Sydney did say when they were talking about her and Frank was that, they had a friendship. And I think that's where it stayed at.
And so this is where, because I think either in this interaction or maybe when Sydney was talking to someone later, I didn't realize that they already knew each other.
I didn't know that neither.
No, they had mentioned it before, that they had seen each other around because they run in the same circles because they're both into entertainment, nighttime entertainment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is Frank doing as a nighttime entertainer?
He's like a promoter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right? Isn't that what he
owned a bar or something?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
People, if you know, please leave a comment and tell us, what does Frank do?
We should know by now, but it's something related to the nightlife. I know
that. Right, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, we kind of didn't really know. And then, we went on to our second couple, and that was Walter and Sabrina.
Right.
That one
Sabrina's hair. Did you like Sabrina's hair, Christian Dior?
No.
Like, no.
It was so bad.
So bad.
Ready.
And it was nasty.
And when she said she likes to switch it up, he was like, he said something like, I can see that. But in my head, I was thinking like, he was probably thinking of her as like a stripper or like a cheap hooker or something.
Oh, right.
What does she look like? I mean,
yeah.
Girl, you are 46 years old. And I know that, like, but she doesn't look like youthful. To me, she doesn't look very youthful. And that hair is not doing it for me. Like,
there are so many better wigs that she could have got at the hair store, cheap, but look better than that.
It was bad.
Yeah.
But so Walter had Sabrina meet his aunt and his sister. Well, first of all, wasn't Walter the one whose ex was that girl with like the really long nails? Was that Walter?
No, that wasn't Walter. That was that Walter?
I can't remember who Walter's.
I thought it was Walter. Yes,
it was Walter.
Yes, Sabrina and Mumin there. Or no, he had two. He brought Sabrina there, and then he brought Mumin there.
Right. Yeah.
Both girls said they had something to do and they had to leave.
Right.
So I mean, I feel like taking that into consideration, Sabrina is not too far off course from what he usually brings. Yeah. But it seems like his aunt and his cousin was saying that she was like different than his usual type.
I think probably older is what they meant.
Okay.
That
makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I did want to say something though. That was that date with the family, and the family said that he is very touching or very affectionate and so forth. You had said that you thought they already had consummated their relationship.
I thought they did.
Come to find out, he can't even give a kiss or a hug or nothing.
I know. It's like, what? That didn't make no sense.
And I don't really know how your aunt and your cousin can say that you're affectionate, like in terms of a relationship, especially when they had never even been to DC. So it's just like, have you really even seen them in a relationship?
Right. Or are you just saying that because it sounds good? Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
But yeah, I mean, like through that whole interaction, I did not see that he was feeling her at all. Like he was making faces, he was looking disgusted. And I'm
really?
just like,
I didn't think he looked disgusted, but he didn't look like, ooh, I'm in love with her. She's the one at all. And I liked that she didn't hold back. She told her truth, whether it was awkward or not. And at some points it felt awkward, but she was like, I'm going to lay it out there. I'm not going to say something that sounds good. I'm going to tell you how I feel, and I think maybe that's why he was making those faces. But, she's a grown woman. She doesn't have time to play games.
Yeah, she's not trying to look for. Yeah, I was shocked when they had their little thing. I was shocked. I thought he was paying more attention to her than that.
Right, I know.
Oh, you mean at the end?
Yeah, totally shocked. Let's not go there yet, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is, though, remember he had another choice up until the retreat. He was in Mean, so I think maybe he just wasn't giving them
100%
or whatever. I don't know, but I didn't really like. I didn't really care for Sabrina this season. I don't know why. I just don't like her that much.
But what did you feel about Walter?
I don't like him either.
I liked Walter. I thought he was handsome. He seemed debonair. And she had mentioned before that he doesn't call her a lot, you know? Yeah. So, but, you know, and I thought Sabrina was okay.
I
thought they made a good couple.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought they made a distinguished looking couple.
I just wasn't buying it. Like when they were like, oh, look, we're twins and y'all, I mean, you both have black shirts or something like that. Like, I just felt like, what are we doing? Are we just trying to, like, did they say, okay, we need a whole bunch of couples to make it to the end, so you just gotta hang in there? I know what it sounded like, because it was just like, it didn't feel genuine. Basically, ever since the retreat, I don't think any of their interactions really seemed genuine.
Okay, like they really cared for each other. I thought she was into him.
Well, no. I think she was more into him than he was her, and I didn't like that he just couldn't be honest about that.
Right.
Do you think that the only time they saw each other and talked to each other is when they met up for the show?
It seemed like it, right?
It seemed like it, yeah.
But we knew that the other couples met outside of the show. They went on dates and they had like a ton of phone calls. So they were really, other couples were building relationships, you know, whereas they didn't seem like they were at all.
That's too bad.
And he was the only one she was into almost from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, and then so our next couple that met the parents was Dante and Aisha, and I really like them.
I know they are like, please make it to the reunion. You know, I like
past the reunion.
Right, exactly.
Like, I like her.
I like her too. She has a banging body too.
Girl, doesn't she?
When she was in that last dress, I was like, girl.
When she was in that lime green top and green, I was like, girl,
I was like, oh yeah, she has a nice butt.
Yes. Nice waistline. I was like, who is your surgeon? Because I know.
I think that's her real butt. I think she definitely had implants.
Yes, because she was wearing shirts without any type of brassiere. And I was just like, yeah,
right. She definitely got the implants, but
I think when she showed up, she washed her hands
and started cooking. Yeah,
I noticed that too. Yeah,
I was like, all right, girl. And his friends, did you see them? They were all like,
they kept on looking at her breast, looking up, down, up. I was like, brother, eyes up here.
But you know what? When you get breasts like that, because her breasts are not too big, not small, they're like a nice big full breast, you know, you weren't meant to be looking at that.
Full C.
Full C, almost a D. Yeah,
almost
on her on her small frame.
Yeah.
And then her booty, you know, and when you're wearing clothes like that, you went. And then
I mean, definitely, she works hard for it. She stays fit, you know, snatched.
I love the fact that when she was talking, she made it seem like it's okay to be have your man lead while you follow, because as you loving me, I'm loving you back. I was into listening to her talk, and they were all.
That's not who I am. Like, but I'm not going to have you lead me anywhere. No, we will walk together.
Yes, but it was so good listening to her, because you were watching the men. And even though they came from single moms with their mom, they came from strong single moms that showed them how to fish, how to do electricity, how to do everything. They were still willing to accept her because she was so sweet and loving and motherly.
Yeah, but I don't know if the brother really liked that. She only wanted to pay a few bills, you know, while, you know, he paid for everything. I don't think the brother wanted it too much.
She has a salon. You're going to be paying more than a few bills, honey. You're going to be having to pay all the bills.
Right.
But he's I think he's like a superintendent or something like that. So.
Yeah, that's right. Like I'm assistant superintendent.
And then did you hear when she said, like, you know, I might wear some lingerie while I'm cooking dinner?
I didn't think that was appropriate to say to.
I didn't think either.
Brother and cousin.
I was like, what are you doing? Why are you saying that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think that was appropriate. And I do want to say, I loved her hair when it's not blonde. I like her hair better when it's
I didn't mind it blonde. I didn't mind it blonde on her. you get a different vibe from her when it's the natural color. I do like the natural color better.
Right. But it seems like she found out she was going to be on the show, and she took the extra time to make sure her makeup was always on point. Her hair was always on point.
She always dressed great.
Right. And she even got her teeth whitened. I'm sorry. Sometimes I thought she had veneers, but I don't know if she
As you should. If you're going to be on TV, put some extra work on your teeth. You know? Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed watching them too. He seemed really into her.
Yeah.
And then lastly, it was Sydney and Phil. So Sydney went to meet Phil's parent, his aunt and his cousin.
I'm rolling my eyes. Did you guys see it?
You know what? I think Phil has an underbite because his jaw seems to kind of protrude forward, right?
I think you can see that, yeah.
Yeah, there's something going on with his jaw. He's like, right?
I can see that.
Yeah.
What did you think about her clothing? Did you think that was appropriate to wear to?
No.
This girl, is it club from 8 a.m. to 4 a.m.? Is it club wear all the time? I don't get it. Can we get
shop at Rainbow? Did she shop at Rainbow or Charlotte?
Because that last dress.
Ooh, girl, it looked so cheap. It wasn't even good spandex. It was some cheap ass spandex.
I was like, oh no, like you could have done something better than this.
Yeah, and he looked his suit was clean. And I mean, he can't seriously think that they have like a serious future if she always, I mean, maybe I'm being bad by saying this, but always dresses like that. I mean, come on.
He's not, first of all, he's a man, and everybody thinks she's so cute. I don't think she's cute. I want to see her without the makeup. I think the makeup makes her look older and kind of like always greasy looking face.
Yeah, greasy.
And her eyes are always like.
In that first, like when they were first at the restaurant and she had her hair back in that ponytail, I was like, oh yeah, she doesn't look that good. Because and God forbid she had taken off the makeup, because I'm sure that was the only thing that was doing anything for her in that first interaction. But I agree too.
Right. So I have one question. If you're a woman and whenever you get up, you have to pull at your dress. I don't like it when women have to put something on that you don't have to pull and squinch it.
Unless you're going to the club. Like,
there's a time and a place for, that type of outfit. But
because I've had to pull
the first time meeting your interest, family, that's probably not the time to do it.
No.
Right. And that thing that was hanging, I thought, did you put your shirt on? Should that other? I was like, nah, it's made like that. I was like, and then that cutout, I was like, you're just trying so hard. But Phil loved it.
Phil's just physically attracted to her.
Phil is whack. I'm sorry. I don't know why all these girls love Phil. I don't think he's attractive. He does carry himself well. He dresses well. His personality, I don't even know if he has a personality.
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't noticed. Yeah, I don't know if he does. He seems very quiet, reserved. I haven't gotten a feel. When she said that they talked on the phone for like 2 hours, I was like, she was probably talking the whole time.
But several girls liked him. So there's something that we're missing. We're not saying.
Right. Because we're not there. But yeah. We, you know what? We're so busy talking about the looks and stuff. We're not talking about the conversation that they had, because I don't even remember what they were saying. Let me look into my notes and see if I wrote down if they were saying anything.
I don't think you really. Oh, one thing was that his, either his aunt or his cousin, like asked about the other person, about.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that was a good question.
Yeah. I was like, how are you gonna answer this?
Right.
And I feel like she didn't really answer it. She was like, oh, I like him. That's when she mentioned that she knew, Phil, not Phil, Frank before. But she was like, we have a similar lifestyle, and she was just like, and he makes me feel comfortable. And it's just like, you didn't answer my question.
Right. Yeah.
I thought it was funny when she said he makes me feel protective. protected.
She kept saying that.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it was just because of what he did with Shiloh.
Mm.
I was just like, were you in a situation where he had to protect you? Because they didn't air it on TV, so maybe you didn't see it. She's like, yeah, I like it because he makes me feel protected. He makes me feel protected. I was like, okay.
Attracted to him. That's the only thing.
Right.
They really have going.
And he said that he feels this is real.
Well, that's what they're all saying. And that's what they say.
Except for Sabrina. Except she's the only one who's keeping it real.
So, I mean, and then what? It was ready. It's time for them to choose.
Yeah.
It came pretty fast. So,
good.
You know, the way that it's set up is
we didn't talk about we did talk about Mume and Frank. Jeez, that flew by really fast.
So how it's set up is that they go and I guess they meet. I don't know if it's like they have a location that if they want to be with the other person, or are they required to meet with them and do they tell them their decision there? That's what I can't.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I thought there was one time where the person didn't show up in another.
Yeah, I think they go to the location to the person that they want to be with.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to be with the only person, that they just leave the person there.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, maybe the person that chose not to be in a relationship wanted to give an explanation. Maybe that's what happened.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with Phil. Phil goes to meet Sydney, of course, because that's his only option now. And Sydney was there to meet him. So he chose him over Frank.
Right.
I was happy for it because I really wanted Frank to be with Mumin.
Yeah,
me too. When
I was a little worried because I thought that maybe they were both going to show up.
I know, that's why I was like, oh my God, like what's going on?
No, I knew only one was going to show up.
They did a good job with that. They built up some suspense.
Yeah, I knew only one was going to show up. I just didn't want it to be Frank. I was like, if it was going to be Frank, I'd turn off the TV right now.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to see that. Especially when I saw her walking there with that dress, I was like,
oh, that was so bad. Like, can we class it up just for this? Like, I don't know. That was a hideous dress. It wasn't even cute. And it's a dress that's been done a million times. You know,
it did better.
Yeah, but better.
Good on her, just to like. It didn't compliment her body at all.
No, at all. She needs tighter clothes. She needs that bondage dresses, that bandage dresses that have that tight, stretchy material. If you're gonna wear something like that, you know.
Agree. So yeah, they chose each other. Good riddance.
So, question we have to ask is: do you think that they make it to the reunion?
No. No.
I don't know if as a couple let me think. I don't think anything bad will happen, but I just think they're both kind of players. Like they're still in their little playgirl, playboy. I don't think they're really ready to settle down for a relationship.
They're not ready for love.
I think they make it, but like you said, Christian, I don't know how serious. Is it completely exclusive? Are they like seeing each other, spending a lot of time together, or are But I think there's not going to be, like you said, any animosity. But they'll
like a casual kind of dating relationship, like
right. So they weren't really ready for love.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them was.
And then so of course we have Phil, and he went to meet Mumin.
Frank.
Sorry, yeah, Frank. Frank went to go meet Mumin, and Mumin was there for him.
She looked pretty, right?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I actually even like the shoes
with the dress. Yeah, and I think her nails matched her shoes.
Oh, the yellow neon color. Yeah. I like the way he explained, that this is one thing I wanted to say about Mumin. I really liked how mature she was about the process because, of course, he kept 2 women until the very end. And as we saw with Shiloh, some women can't deal with that. Like they get jealous, even though they signed up for this. And so, you know, the fact that when everyone was in that one, I don't know if it was a restaurant or something, and they were both sitting at the table with Frank, and I was just like, wow. And she was just really calm, cool, and collected, and she did allow him to go through the process. So I give her, like, I have a lot of props for her for that, because a lot of women couldn't do that.
Right.
And you know, she did that, and so for that reason, you know, I'm happy that he did choose her. And he also acknowledged that, you know, she allowed him to go through that process, and I thought that was good that he did that.
Did you like his explanation at the end, how he said he really thought about it, really weighed his options, and really came to the conclusion that she's what he really needs?
I thought that was nice. I mean, it wasn't lovey-dovey, it was factual, but you know, I think that's the type of person that she is. That, I mean, all that flowery stuff isn't necessary. Just tell me exactly what you're thinking.
And I really hope that he took into consideration like her path, and like, you know, that she really wants someone that's spiritual, and that she's, you know, trying to stick with her celibacy. And I hope he took that into consideration and not just toying with her feelings.
I think that's gonna be hard for a man like Frank to deal with celibacy,
especially since he used to work in the nightlife. And women.
I know he wants to be ready, but like, is he gonna be ready to be in a serious relationship? And especially we saw the previews. I know. I was like, why did they do that? So do you think that they make it?
I'm hoping that they do, because she's really mature, but it sounds like he's not mature enough yet. Like, come on, people,
grow up.
But the thing is, you know, remember when they were sitting with his cousins, and he was both of his cousins said that he was like perfect. I mean, which I'm like,
perfect? I remember that.
that. I just wondered, like, what would make them say that they didn't feel like he had any flaws.
That was weird. And like, Mumain seems so put together, beautiful. So why hasn't she found, you know, someone? It doesn't seem fair, you know. But there's, you know, hundreds of thousands of women like Mumain who don't have someone.
Probably millions.
You're right. What am I saying? There's millions. And I just don't understand it. She's a catch, you know?
But, you know,
and Sabrina is too.
We're all catches. We're all catches, but the problem is that you have to find somebody who's mature enough and has the qualities that you're looking for. You know,
what you think you're looking for, because that's another thing. If you're not really in touch with what you need, and you know,
it's
just hard.
Maybe we should do a show on that, trying to find the perfect person for you and how to go about doing it. We can crack that code. So the next
final couple.
No, we have 2 more, right?
Dante
and Aisha.
Her dress was, woo, she looked great in that dress.
With the open back, I was like, dang, she don't have no rolls on her back.
And at first, I thought that was lace on her back, but that was her tattoo.
That's her tattoo,
but yes, they chose one another.
Surprise.
He just seems really like he really likes her. And I don't know, I like their story. I like that, you know, she kind of showed up at the end, but they really developed something by just talking on the phone. And I mean, I think that says a lot. I mean, we'll see at the reunion how much it actually says, but
it looked like they were together at the reunion, but we don't know if they stayed together, right?
I hope so. She seemed really happy to find him.
And I think she deserves it.
Yeah. I know.
So, I mean, we'll see, but yeah, they chose each other, and that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then our last couple, Walter and Sabrina.
I thought she looked pretty.
Yeah, I loved her dress
her
with the
dress.
necklace.
Yeah, it was very pretty, a necklace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
and she laid it all on the line. She was just like, "It's not going to work because you didn't give me what I needed."
No, you didn't give me anything.
Right. She
Walter
said, "You made me
shows
feel
up
like a
and-
number two."
Yeah, Walter shows up and he's like, "I choose you," which we're still not clear on why he's choosing her, because it doesn't really seem like he's into her. But
Right.
yeah, like you guys said, she kind of. I love that she chose herself. I love that she took the time to think about it and just said that, like, no, you haven't really shown me in these past couple of months that you've actually chosen me. So,
right.
I mean,
the fact that he doesn't text
or really communicate her, like what type of relationship
at all.
And he
That's
said,
not a
"Oh, I
relationship.
hadn't talked to her since we met with the families, and I thought things were great." Well, how long ago was that? We don't know how long ago it was, but
And it's like, how can they be so off? How can he think everything's going well and she sees that there's issues? Or do you think he was just going along with it so he can have someone in the end? But he wasn't really feeling
along with it, because he didn't look like he really cared at the very end, or maybe he was just stunned.
Well, this is what. Did you guys hear, like, after she walked off, he was like, something about them, like, we could have at least had a friendship.
Right.
Like, this is not ready to be friends. And you guys can still have a friendship. Like, she wasn't nasty towards you, but that's not what. Did you miss the mark? Like, you're trying to see someone that you think you could have a relationship and build with. And if you didn't think you could do that with her, why did you string her along this whole time?
Right.
If you just wanted to be her friend.
Right. Yeah. I wonder why he didn't want to be affectionate with her. I think it was probably her age,
Like, he was physically attracted to her. I mean, that's the only reason why you're not going to be affectionate to somebody, because you're not physically attracted to them and you're seeing them in that friend zone or that non-sexual zone. So that's why. And maybe that's what the vibe she was getting.
Right. She could feel it.
Yeah, especially if you don't call me.
I know.
But I always like when a woman, can let the man know that she's no longer interested. Like every time with these like celebrity couples and you hear that someone's filing for the divorce, I'm like, was it the woman or the man? Like, which one did it first?
Yeah.
Especially since it's so public, like, how dare you like try to do me? But yeah, so I'm really happy that she chose, what was best for her. Because she could sit through the reunion calmly, because we know they weren't going to make it to the reunion. So she would have had an embarrassing story to tell.
Right.
If she had, agreed to be with him or try to pursue a relationship, because that wasn't going to last.
Good for her.
You know what? I'm surprised. In the end, I liked Ready to Love this season. In the beginning, I didn't care for it. I was kind of confused because there were so many people. But as it progressed and I got to learn and know the couples, I began to like it then.
Yeah. And once again, it's going to be a 2-part reunion when they can present it. Yes, part 1 is next week. They can put it all into one, because there's a lot of extra people who we don't care what's going on with them.
When they were showing the cast of the cast, I was like, who are these people? I don't remember some of them.
Right, I know.
Like, I'm still even struggling to remember the person. Like, I remember a person telling Shiloh that, he chose her. I don't remember what he looks like, though.
I remember what he looks like.
I know she probably should have chose him.
She should have.
She'd be at the reunion.
Yeah. She sure should. I bet you, and I think it's going to be interesting, because I think some of them are dating each other.
Probably. That always happens.
But yeah, so next week we'll tune back in for the reunion. We have Married at First Sight next week, and we just started
Ladies Who
Ladies Who List. Yes,
List at Atlanta. Yeah.
So check that out.
Right. We'll see who stayed together, who got together, and who leaves the stage crying. You know?
So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our page. Actually, like this video on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at The Real on The Real, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.